All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of Teeps and Crumpets. I am your host, Golden Gloves national champion and undefeated MMA fighter, Visiyah. I'm here with my co-host.
My name is Strafes. I'm a combat sports analyst. I'm very excited to be here and share my input. I train multiple UFC fighters. I've also had multiple interviews with them, especially Khabib Nurmagomedov and CM Punk.
And my name is
Ray. Co-host.
My name is Ray the Crate. You gotta restart. Aiden. And my name is Ray the Crate. I'm a seasoned MMA coach who has coached multiple UFC and Bellator champions. And I'm currently working with Jiri PROCHAZKA'S camp against his fight with Khalil Roundtree.
Thank you. And that is the first subject of today. We just got hit with a wave of news. We're going to talk about that first. But even before that, I want to interview the man himself, Rayon, about his coaching with Jiri PROCHAZKA. Now, how often are you guys training right now? Are we deep into the camp? Are we just starting now? Is this peak? Are we peaking? How's it looking?
I would say right now we're peaking. As a coach right now, we want to make sure that it's balanced out. We don't want to burn them out right away. So currently, let's say we're peaking now, and then as we get closer to the fight, we're gonna wean off a little.
Wait, man, make sure you're a little closer to your mic. You're cutting out a little.
Yes, we want to make sure that. Yeah. We want to make sure that he doesn't burn out. So currently, we're having him peak, and as we get closer to the fight, we're gonna have him wean off a little bit. Make sure he's rested, ready to go, and he's in a good mental state.
I have an input. So with Jamal Hill fighting Khalil Roundtree, it was a very good performance. Khalil Roundtree had a unanimous decision over him. He looked really good in all the rounds. I want to say, how is Jiri's unorthodox style going to be good against Khalil Roundtree?
Excuse me, Aiden. It's not unorthodox. I mean,
he has no head movement. So what are you talking about?
You're talking about Jiri. Jiri has no head movement.
Jiri has no head movement. That man gets punched. You see his fight against Alex?
Okay, I've mentioned different, but Alex is nowhere to be seen now. Jiri is here to come back.
What do you mean nowhere to be seen? He's fighting on 320. What are you talking about?
Shut up.
No, I don't want to hear it. No.
I want to hear you speak.
320, we have Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. What are you talking about? He's nowhere to be seen. He's fighting soon.
He will be fighting soon, but Ankalaev is going to destroy him as he.
They're fighting on the same card.
Got destroyed by Alex last time. So what are you talking about destroy? You want about destroy? Your fighter got knocked out twice by that man. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
What about Wait, what was I going to say? We have Roundtree versus Pereira. What about that? Roundtree put up a good fight against Pereira, but he also lost.
But you got to realize this too. Jiri got out early against Pereira. Roundtree lasted till round 4 with Pereira.
Roundtree did have winning rounds as well.
That's true.
Good point. But I know my fighter more than you. You don't know him. I've spent every day in that camp, and we're currently the fight is October 4th, right? We are about.
I have seen.
We're about 8 to 9 weeks out of the fight. So we're going to see. Time will tell, and I trust my fighter. I have his working regimen. Yeah, 9 weeks.
9?
September. Wait, I'm tripping. It's not.
I think it's more like 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention. You're peaking just a tad early. Most fighters will peak about 2-3 weeks away from the fight. You're peaking like 5 weeks away from the fight. I'm a little interested in it if you have any reason why you're peaking so early.
The reason why is because, as with Jiri, trying to make sure that his cardio is right. We want to make sure he's rested because we know we can gas out early, gas out a little bit. So we want to make sure that that's not an issue for him when he.
I don't think Jiri's cardio was ever that bad. I think it was just more like his head movement was just not there. Like
this is a 3-round. This is a 3-round fight. I don't know. He usually does. I never see him get gassed in 3-rounders. Are we planning to go the distance here? Is the plan to go to the distance? I know Khalil Roundtree switched it up in his last fight. He decided to not go for the kill and ride out the decision. Are you aiming to beat him at this game?
We are aiming to beat him at his own game, and we know that Jiri is fully capable. He has that power. He has that one-punch power, and most definitely we'll see what happens, especially with Khalil coming off his loss against Pereira.
I want you to understand something, though. Khalil Roundtree also has that power. Think of Anthony Smith, man. Think of that one punch where he wound it up and he was about to hit him again before the ref stepped in. Khalil Roundtree has that power as well. It's like a power punch versus another power puncher.
We're watching footage every day. And we know
Anthony Smith, I don't know if we're like counting that. Kind of everyone does that.
I mean, he has no offense. Has notable wins. You got to realize that too.
No offense to Lionheart, but
I don't know, man.
He's not the first person that did that.
He's a champion on paper. Champ on paper. That's all I'm gonna say.
I would like you to say a little more than that. I would like you to say a little bit more than that because you're not really saying anything.
You know what I'll say? John Jones, he's lucky that Anthony Smith was not champion before him. Because you know what? Anthony Smith would have beat the brakes off of him.
I thought you would have. I thought you were about to say John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time and glazing like
You actually are the worst person in this call right now. You have the worst arguments ever. Your fighter is going to get knocked out, first of all. Second of all, Anthony Smith is the greatest fighter ever. He should have beat Zhang Mingyang. And you know what? We're going to get into that in a second about Zhang. Because you know what? Johnny Walker, that's my boy right there. And you know what he did to Zhang? He destroyed him. And that's payback for what he did to Anthony Smith.
I disagree.
Why do you disagree? Let me hear. Why?
First of all, Johnny Walker is a clown. He's goofy. He is not serious at all. He does not take fighting seriously.
A clown knocked out a round 2
He's only in there for semantics. He's only in there for entertainment. He does not take fighting seriously.
Beat the crap out of someone.
He's an
entertainer. He knocked the guy out round 2.
He is an entertainer. He is not a fighter, okay?
He's very entertaining. But you know what's funny, too? That entertainer is basically one of the best light heavyweights. Look at that.
His priority is
he was going to be the champion before John Jones.
All right, ladies, calm down. Can we get back on topic just a little bit, okay? All right. My next question. God. All right. What have you been changing in this camp to prepare Jiri Prochazka for a guy like Khalil Roundtree? A guy that's a really great, very technical striker and very brutal at that.
As my co-host Strapes is trying to accuse my fighter that he does not have any head movement. We are working a lot on our head movement. We're working on everything. We're working on his mobility, working on his reflexes. We're trying to make sure that his fight, that he does not get knocked out, because obviously we know that Khalil Roundtree has the one-punch power, and he can end the fight at any second. So we're preparing against that.
So how are you preparing for that? Just like brain at chin now? You're just gonna punch him in the face and like make his chin durable now? What's going on? How's it working?
We're trying to make sure he doesn't have a glass chin.
We're give him CTE early. What are you talking about, Grant? What are you talking about? You're preparing for that.
Yeah, how do you prepare for that?
His head movement didn't look that good. I'm not gonna lie to you in his last fight either.
We're focused on reflexes. We're trying to make sure that he's on top of his game and that he knows what's to come. The game plan is to make sure that he avoids at all times. He keeps his enough distance. Make sure. I believe that Jiri does have a longer than Khalil Roundtree, so we're going to use that to our advantage and make sure he's outside of the striking distance.
Okay, I like that. I guess. So if you're planning on wrestling, then if you don't want to strike.
Yes, we want to take him to the ground mostly. I would say
he has good takedown defense though.
Standing up in punching may be too risky. We want to take him to the ground and pound, and that way we'll be able to gas him out, maybe hopefully, and avoid and take that punching power away from him. Take the opportunity away from him to stand up and knock Jiri out.
That's true. People haven't really been grappling with Khalil, and his last 2 fights, is Jamal Hill, is Pereira.
Exactly.
Those 2 guys aren't really
non-wrestlers, so he hasn't wrestled in a while. He probably is very inexperienced, so we want to throw that at him.
Somebody in the chat is asking if you can continue playing Roblox cat roleplays with them.
I have no knowledge of that I don't know exactly what he's talking about.
Is this how you're preparing for Khalil? What's going on here? Is this what Jiri's doing?
I have not played Roblox in like 3 years.
Are you sure about that? I
am sure about that, and I love cats. I want to get a cat one day, hopefully soon.
So you are into that roleplay then?
I'm not into what?
You're into cat roleplay?
What are you talking about? I just like cats. I like cats. I'm not into roleplay. I don't know what that even means. Yeah, I'm actually making the same face as you. I don't know what that means. Accusations.
False
accusations.
Okay, if you say so.
I don't know about false, man.
I do have a clip that I want to show everybody.
Sure.
And I want to ask you what your thoughts are on this. Let me just set this clip real quick.
I'm gonna prove you wrong, Strafes.
Hmm?
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
And what?
Jiri's gonna prove you wrong.
Jerry's gonna get
hard.
slept, buddy. Jerry's getting slept.
Oh, he's not getting slept.
Jerry's getting slept now.
We've had enough sleeping. We've gotten slept enough times.
No longer former
happening
champion.
again.
Lost to Pereira twice.
It's not
I don't want to
happening
hear
ever
nothing.
again.
I don't want to hear nothing.
It's not happening ever again.
What is this?
Now, I do. All right.
Something like.
Now, I just want to ask you if
I want to clarify the interview after the fight. I spoke like, and I said something like, we will celebrate with the guys on the room and all these things.
How do you celebrate a win?
I took a two crazy guy from my village to here to see this event, and they are here, and today I will bring them to my hotel, and they will see something.
Well, listen, let's leave it at that.
So just to be sure, to everyone, man, I'm a, like you said,
were you one of those two guys?
No, I was his coach.
Were you in the village or were you not?
I was not in the village. I'm his coach. I'm not a, close.
Did you get brought back to his hotel room?
I'm close with him, but we have a professional
relationship. You're close with him? You're close with him?
We have, shut up. Just shut up for a minute and let me think. We have a professional relationship, me and Jiri, and he was referring to they will see something. He was not referring to any private extremities. He was referring to, he had a bar, which obviously I don't drink or anything like that. That is haram for me. But he was just referring to, the amenities at the hotel room that they provide. Think about, obviously Khabib and his gang, they, go in the hot tub together, but that's brotherhood. That's not gay or anything or sus. That's
Did you go in the hot tub with Jiri?
Camaraderie. No, I did not. But Jiri, he was just referring to hanging out with his boys and having a hotel room. They will see like a good time, a fun time. They will not see anything.
Fun time in the hotel room?
Do not forget that Jiri's first language is not English. So he's not able to articulate his thoughts perfectly as he would like to in the English language. So please, cut him some slack and don't take this out of context. That's all I have to say.
What is Yuri's first language? Do you speak it to him when you're training, or do you make him?
Yuri's first language is Czech, and unfortunately, I'm not Czech, so I have to communicate with him in English. But it's gotten better over time. His English has gotten better.
His English is pretty good.
He deeply regrets that clip. Unfortunately, it's been made a meme now. He has to live with that for the rest of his life. Fortunately.
Do you know the two dudes he brought to the hotel?
Yes, but I will leave their identity anonymous.
Did they try to invite you there?
Well, I was invited, but I did not.
You were invited?
Unfortunately, because they were just gonna drink. I don't drink, so I have no business, nothing to do with that. It's not a Diddy party, okay? You don't need to assume the worst. Are you
sure about that? It's a Jiri party.
Would you go in a jacuzzi with them?
As long as there's a gap, there's a distance between us.
How much distance is required?
At least 5 feet.
5 feet.
5 feet. 5 feet apart makes you not get.
As long as obviously they must be close.
3 Czechs chilling in a hot tub, 5 feet apart.
Can you remember that meme?
Oh my
god. Okay. Ada, do you have any questions?
Jiri, hold on. I have to say one more thing. Jiri is not the only one who had to do.
Oh, you're cutting out. Get a little close. You're cutting out.
As I mentioned before, Jiri's not the only one who has dealt with these accusations. Obviously, Khabib, and his Dagestani gang. They've been in the hot tub together. Nothing wrong with that. They're brothers, and they know it's nothing sus because they are Muslims. They have that faith, and they're not going to do anything that's outside the limits.
Would you do a hot tub stream with me and Aiden?
Unfortunately, not.
Come on, man. It'll be
Why
fun.
not?
We'll have our
fun.
shirts on. Well, Aiden will have his shirt on. I won't. You guys can have your shirts on. I'll make sure there's ample room.
As long as the hot tub is big enough.
How big? How big? How much room do you need? 5 feet is pretty big.
Pretty generous.
Yeah, like come on. 20? That's not even a hot tub, bro.
I'm saying 20 square feet.
That's bigger.
That's the area of the entire hot tub.
What? Where do you want?
Okay, so okay. Nice question.
I want the hot tub to myself.
Yeah, that's a boiling pool. That's not even like a hot tub. That's not. This is a very hot pool. All right, Aiden, do you have any more questions?
How do you feel about Jiri never becoming a champion again?
I'm trying to rage bait with that question, but the premise of that question is nonsensical to begin with. Because how do you know he will never become champion again?
Because
you have a crystal ball?
destroy
Do you
him.
have an 8-ball that you know that he will never become champion
Let's do
again?
MMA math real quick.
Shut up with your
Ankalaev
logic.
beats Pereira.
No sense. I
Pereira
don't want
beats
to hear your
Jiri.
voice ever
Jiri will
again.
never become champion again. Does that not make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense. You don't make sense.
It does make sense.
You have no logic. No
The
premise.
logic was right there. I will say my logic one more time.
premise.
Ankalaev beats Pereira. Pereira beats Jiri. So Jiri will never become champion again. That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
All right, so let me hear this. Before the fight with Roundtree, let's say you have to fight Ankalaev. What's your game plan for Ankalaev?
You will ground and pound.
Buddy, he will ground and pound you.
You will ground and pound him first.
You're not winning that fight with ground and
I'm
pound.
not going to reveal our game plan to a hypothetical fight.
Yes, but you still need a backup.
We have a guest.
We have another guest.
Yo, we're live, Mikey.
I'm alive.
As I was saying, Aiden, you have no logic and no premise to your question.
I literally just told you my logic.
The premise of that question is nonsense.
You have no logic. I asked you a very valid question. You did not answer me.
And there's nothing other than that.
You have no argument. You have literally no argument.
You have no logic to your argument.
You are literally losing this argument.
Wait, can y'all fill me in?
So Rayon's coaching a fighter for a upcoming UFC pay-per-view, and Aiden is talking about how that fighter has no chance against the champion, and Rayon's trying to explain that he does.
With Rayon's great training, I think he got it.
Exactly. You see, I have sensible
touch butt training
here. You see, Aiden, you have no argument here.
My argument, I literally just did math. I did MMA math.
Wait, Aiden, what is your argument?
My argument. Okay, so let's hear this. So Ankalaev, Magomed Ankalaev is a champion currently. He beat Alex Pereira, who is a beast at light heavyweight, right? And Pereira beat Rayon's fighter, Jiri. So if you do MMA math, Jiri will never become champion again because Ankalaev beat Pereira, who beat Jiri.
But there's always this like a triangle. It's a trifecta. It's not one ring over the other because Ankalaev beat Pereira and Pereira beat Jiri.
But it wasn't just like a normal. If it was a split decision, I would be on your side.
I need to finish my argument.
It's more like Ankalaev absolutely obliterated Pereira, so I don't think Jiri has any chance.
It doesn't work like that. Just because Ankalaev beat Pereira and Pereira beat Jiri, my fighter, doesn't mean that Ankalaev is better than Jiri. It could be
That's exactly how it works.
You don't know that. You don't know
exactly
that.
how it works.
You cannot prove that.
We can. We do MMA math.
We'll have to see. No, the MMA math.
Let's see nothing. You can just tell.
Real life.
It does count.
Real life. No.
Yes, it does.
Disagree.
I don't agree with your argument.
Why are you such a Jiri hater?
Why are you like so terrible at coaching people? Huh?
You don't know how I coach.
Watch Jiri destroy his next fight.
Okay. Let's calm down again. All right, let's talk about something else. All right, Jiri has recently talked about his desire to.
I tried to tell y'all.
Yo, is this a hot tub? Why is everybody hopping in?
What is this?
This is not an open invitation for everybody.
Get the fuck out of this.
Get out my jacuzzi.
Hey, if you in a public VC, I'ma hop in.
Hey, Jaden, you were supposed to pull up to New York the 19th.
Hey,
and you did not pull up to New York.
Hey,
nah.
what happened?
You know what? You know what? You're disconnected until I see you at JFK Airport. Thank you. Whoever disconnected him.
Damn. Interview's getting interrupted.
All right. Next. All right. So yo, I'm about to crack someone. I'm about to crack someone. If somebody else joins this call again, bro, I'm about to crack someone. I'm about to crack this guy that just joined right now. I'm about to crack him.
Why's everybody in here? Is that mad?
We can't even have an interview in peace.
Are we doing an interview?
It's all your fault.
It was just my fault.
Yo, Matt. Shh. Thank you. All right. Back to what I was saying before I got interrupted twice. All right. Jiri has recently stated that he has a desire to go down to middleweight as well and fight for the belt there. At the time, DDP was a champion. And this was right after his fight with Jamal Hill. Jiri only weighed 205 on Fight Night, or like 209. He could really make that weight cut. What do you think? What do you think his chances are against Hamza?
He's getting smoked. Chimaev would destroy him.
You want to keep talking? You want to keep yapping?
Destroy him. Yo. Did you see the performance Chimaev had against DDP? That would translate so horribly for Jiri.
Point, I'm gonna send some of Jiri's associates to kidnap you and send you to his hot tub, and you will be
hot tub. See, he admitted it was a hot tub. He admitted it was a hot tub. That means he was part of the hot tub. That means they were being touched, butt touched. He was butt touched. He was butt touching Rayhan in the hot tub.
Oh no!
I knew it. See,
that's a Freudian slip, bro. That's a Freudian slip.
I did not mean to say that.
You got touched in the hot tub. Oh my god, I knew it.
At this point, I might be disowned by Jiri. I might not be his head coach anymore.
This is how you're training for Khalil? This is not how you train.
This is actually bad for my career. I might get fired.
You're not increasing his cardio this way.
Anyway, what I was saying was that we're going to kidnap you and we're going to forcibly send you to his hot tub and make you...
His hot tub?
Skin to skin.
You went to hot tub.
That's how we'll shut you up.
Now, I do want to clarify, if you guys look in the top left of my stream, if we do get 20 subs, we will do a hot tub stream. That has been decided.
I'm not ready for that.
So I was just letting you guys know. All right. Aiden, do you have any more questions?
I have no more questions at this time.
All right, Rayhan. Any final statement about your camp with Jiri? Anything else you want to drop off here before we move on?
Yes. First of all, Aiden, you are D1 hater, and that you better keep your doors locked at night because we're going to send somebody to you. All right.
Aiden, maybe check your window real quick. Check your window. Make sure it's locked.
Nobody would disrespect my fighter, Jiri PROCHAZKA. He is from the Czech Republic. He's built different. You don't know my fighter. You will prove me wrong on October 4th. First of all, we're going to focus on Khalil Roundtree on October 4th, and then we'll go forward to middleweight.
And when he gets knocked out by Khalil Roundtree, what then? What happens then?
What do you say?
If he gets knocked out by Khalil Roundtree, what then? What's Jiri's game plan after that? If he loses to Roundtree, let me just say this. Let's just say hypotheticals. Let's say he loses to Roundtree. What is the move from there?
Well, if that were to happen, then I would get fired from my position.
You would definitely be fired.
And I would not have any care for Jiri after.
Wow. There goes all the hot tub friendships.
That's a terrible friendship right there.
How many fights have you had with Jiri?
I've had 3 fights with him.
You've been coaching for 3 fights.
Really, after 3 fights?
Yes.
Actually, wait, hold on. He lost 2 of those fights, so he's 1-2 with you.
You don't need to worry about that. Why you got to expose my record to the entire public?
You're a terrible coach.
You don't need to know my record. Why you exposing my record? You a D1 hater. Aiden,
No, I'm not a D1 hater. I just spit actual facts. You're 1-2 with him.
We take care of people like you.
He's lost to Pereira twice with you.
Okay. Well, Pereira's no more.
Pereira is going to smash your boy for a third time if this happens.
Okay, so you're gonna fuck him.
All right.
The more you talk, Aiden, the closer those associates come to your house to kidnap you.
Are they gonna put me in the hot tub?
Yes, they are.
Same with you, right?
They're gonna forcibly make you.
You and I will both be in that hot tub. You and I will both be in a hot tub.
I will be looking over you, and
we won't be 5 feet apart. We won't even be 20 feet apart. We will be cuddling in that hot tub.
Or we will not.
0 feet apart.
0 feet apart.
Nipple to nipple.
Nipple to nipple.
Yo, where you see we're live. This feels like a bomb is about to go off.
Oh no! We're getting canceled already.
Everybody in this bitch phone.
I don't know. They're not supposed
to. Live.
I'm gonna have an interview.
Okay.
We got interrupted like 5 times already.
Yeah. All right.
Let's move on, please.
Yeah, let's move on. Okay.
Bullshit up.